Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. Last time we finished up some story missions, we finished up the Great Deku Tree's dungeon, and so on and so forth. So if you enter this map, this door I should say, which leads to a new map, the second you walk into Castle Town, there will be a guard room with tons of pots. This is a good way to get money. I suggest grinding up about 70 rupees or so. 50 rupees will be just fine, though you might need more. And if you roll into this crate right here, you will break it open, and a gold Skulltula will appear. And it will, give you a token and all that. And these tokens are fairly important. Alright, so now you can enter the main area of Castle Town. The market. This is the main part of Castle Town. Now, I'll just show off the shops and what you can get here. This is the bazaar. It is basically the standard shop. You can get Deku Sticks, arrows, bombs, Deku Nuts, and the Hylian Shield, which is 80 rupees. You can actually get a discount on it later. This is the potion shop. You can get a fish, a bug, a Poe, Deku Nuts, blue fire, a green potion that recovers your magic power, red for your health, and a fairy which, if you die, will restore all of your health. Alright, so over here is a very important character in this game. Hey, your clothes. They're different. You're not from around here, are you? Oh, you're a fairy boy from the forest. My name is Malin. My dad owns a Lon Lon Ranch. Dad went to the castle to deliver some milk, but he hasn't come back yet. Alright, so she's one of the more important characters in the game, which we'll see in a moment. But if you go into this area right here with the target on the sign, this is the shooting gallery. It's 20 rupees to play, and you have to shoot all of the targets, and you will also get an important upgrade. It's not really that important, but it is a nice thing to have. Now, the first one there will be a green rupee that appears right there in the center, a blue rupee that appears slightly to the left of that, a blue rupee that appears slightly to the right of that, a jumping green rupee, which I missed, and there will be 2 blue rupees in the same spot, and then there will be 2 red rupees. Now, all in all, the pattern is not that hard to memorize, but it can be difficult to master. So I am going to cut out all the attempts it takes me to get to what I need to do. One thing I need to mention is that if you get at least 8 targets hit, he will let you attempt it again for free. Alright, so I got all of them on my second try, so I'm not going to need to cut that out. Anyway, you get the Deku Seeds Bullet Bag. Now you can carry 50. This is the final upgrade for the Slingshot. So, yeah, the Slingshot is very easy to max out at the beginning of the game. Anyway, there's nothing really you can do in the market anymore, so what you're going to want to do is head back here to the castle, which is, of course, Hyrule Castle. Now, if you go forward, you will talk to the owl again. Hey Link, this way. The princess is inside the castle, just ahead. Be careful not to get caught by the guards. On this ground, time flows normally. But time stands still while you are in the Lon Lon Ranch or in a town. If you want time to pass normally, you'll need to leave town. Well, which way are you going to go now? Do you want to hear what I said again? And again, they're going to punish you if you're impatient. Anyway, he says you're a smart kid and leaves. So this is why so many people find the owl annoying, in addition to the fact that you can sometimes have to listen to him again, is that he appears everywhere. He probably appears about 10 times throughout the game. Anyway, once the owl has left and you re-enter, you can speak to Malin. And she asks if you're going to the castle. Are you going to the castle, fairy boy? Would you mind finding my dad? He must have fallen asleep somewhere around the castle. What a thing for an adult to do. Hehe. Oh yeah, if you look for them, I'll give this to you. I've been incubating this egg very carefully. Anyway, so you get a weird egg. It feels like there's something moving inside. So you can assign it to the C buttons like always. This is an important item. You can't advance the game without it, so I suggest assigning it to a button. And I also would say to assign your Ocarina, just because you don't need Deku Sticks or nuts that much. Anyway, it is nighttime now because time passed when we were outside in the castle, and there are several dogs roaming the streets. Now over here by the bazaar will be a white dog underneath the person standing at the window. You want to attract this specific white dog and bring it to the back alley in this house. When you speak to this lady, she'll say that her dog was lost and that her dog Richard, you found her dog Richard. Anyway, she gives you a reward, which is a piece of heart. Basically, these are smaller versions of heart containers, and you need 4 of them to get a new unit of health. So it is a very important item. Anyway, you can go the long way, which I did, because there's 3 maps to the back alley. But now we're going to want to go back to the castle grounds. Now, if it's nighttime, you can roll into this tree. Actually, I don't think it needs to be nighttime, but it may or may not have to be nighttime. Anyway, there will be a Skulltula if you roll into this tree. Now what you want to do is climb up these vines, because if you walk straight through on the path, you will get caught by guards. So here's what you do. You climb up the vine wall. You go over this bridge area. You jump down from the bridge. You go around here and go up on this ledge. Note the guard right there. Do not walk in front of him. So now you can walk on the regular path for a while. It's, no big deal. You can roll if you want to speed up or walk backwards if you're doing a speed run, just, whatever. Anyway, as you can tell, there will be some stones sticking out of this wall, so it's a rough surface. And what you want to do is go this way, past this weird eye-looking stone, and jump into the moat. Or river, if you prefer calling it that, even though technically it's a moat. And you want to swim across the moat. Once it turns to daytime, the chicken will hatch from the egg. They're actually not chickens in this game, they're actually called cuckoos. Not cuckoos, not, cocos, it's cuckoo. Anyway, here is Talon, Malon's father. And you want to use the chicken right beside him. What in tarnation? Can't a person get a little shut-eye around here? Hello, and who might you be? Yep, I'm Talon, the owner of the Lon Lon Ranch. I went to the castle to deliver some milk, but I sat down here to rest, and I guess I fell asleep. What? Malon was looking for me? I'm gonna catch it from her now. I messed up bad leaving Malon behind to wait for me. She's really gonna let me have it. And he runs off. Anyway, I don't know if my southern accent was good or not. Considering I'm from the south, I'd be pretty sad if it was bad. Anyway, he runs off, and the reason why I'm like 90% sure you pronounce his daughter's name Malin and not Malin is because his name is Talon, not Talon or Talon. So it's gotta be Talon. So I assume they named her Malin because it rhymes with Talon. Kind of obvious. Anyway, what you want to do is take these milk crates that he just delivered and push them into the moat. Seems like such a waste of milk, but we need to sneak into the castle to see the princess. Anyway, once you push both of them on top of each other, a sound will cue that tells you that you did the puzzle correctly, and now you can enter the moat where the water pours out. Anyway, this is the castle courtyard. What you have to do in this map is sneak around guards. Now, I'm sure there are many ways that I don't know about that you can get through this faster than the way I'm going to show you. But this is the way I suggest doing it for beginners. Alright, so there will only be one guard in the first area of the courtyard. You want to wait till he starts going around the left edge of that square, like he just did, and you're home free. In this map, there will be 2 guards. One is in the back of the fountain, which you cannot see, and you want to go when the one on the front goes up to the center of the fountain. Basically, you just want to be behind the guards at all times. Not to the side or the front, but behind. Anyway, this one's a bit trickier. Anyway, you can grab these rupees if you want. I personally don't think 10 rupees is worth it, so I just tend to ignore it. But if you notice, on these wooden planks, there's actually a path hidden in grass that you can walk across. If you're lucky, you will be able to make it. Anyway, so I'll have to wait a little bit longer before I can go on this one, but it's, you know, no big deal. There's no point in being impatient in this game, at least not in this area. Alright, so... yeah, just wait for that one to go away. Now, I suggest going around the left side. The guards will, you know... this one's a bit more difficult, I guess. Not really. Anyway, when the guard on the left goes all the way up, that's when you want to sneak around him. And now, we can enter this area of the castle courtyard. This is, you know, the main area of the castle courtyard. And up there is the Princess of Destiny. But, one cool Easter egg, which some of you may already know, is if you look in this window, let me back up a little, you can see Wingcat Mario from Super Mario 64, Princess Peach is on that small picture, Yoshi, and if you look this way, you see Luigi and Bowser. So that's a pretty cool Easter egg. Now, we want to talk to the Princess of Destiny. Oh, who are you? How did you get past the guards? Oh, what's that? Is that a fairy? Then are you from the forest? Then you wouldn't happen to have the spiritual stone of the forest, would you? That green and shining stone? Do you have it? Just as I thought. I had a dream. In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly, a ray of light shot out of the forest, parted the clouds, and lit up the ground. The light turned into a figure, holding a green and shining stone, followed by a fairy. I know this is a prophecy that someone would come from the forest. Yes, I thought you might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. I am Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. What is your name? Link. Strange. It sounds somehow familiar. Okay then, Link. I'm going to tell you the secret of the sacred realm that has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. Please keep this a secret from everyone. The legend goes like this. The 3 goddesses hid the Triforce containing the power of the gods somewhere in Hyrule. The power to grant the wish of one who holds the Triforce in his hands. If someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, it will lead Hyrule to a golden age of prosperity. If someone with an evil mind has his wish granted, the world will be consumed by evil. That is what has been told. So, the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the Triforce from the evil ones. That's right, the Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the sacred realm from our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time, and in order to open the door, it is said that you need to collect 3 spiritual stones. And another thing you need is the treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend. The Ocarina of Time! Did you understand, well, the story I just told you? That's great! I forgot to tell you. I was spying through this window just now. The other element from my dream, the dark clouds, I believe they symbolize that man in there. Will you look at him through the window? Can you see the man with the evil eyes? That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudos. They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I am sure he is not sincere. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dream, they must symbolize that man. What happened? Did he see you? Don't worry. He doesn't have any idea what we're planning. Yet. Yes. I told my father about my dream. However, he didn't believe it was a prophecy. But I can sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than the Triforce of the Sacred Realm. He must have come back to Hyrule to obtain it, and he wants to conquer Hyrule. No, the entire world. Link, now we are the only ones who can protect Hyrule. Please. Thank you. I'm afraid I have a feeling that that man is going to destroy Hyrule. He has such terrifying power, but it's fortunate that you have come. We must not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. You go find the other 2 spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does, and defeat him. One more thing. Take this letter. I'm sure it'll be helpful to you. And we receive Zelda's letter. Wow, this letter has Princess Zelda's autograph.